What's up guys, Custom RC Mods here, and this is my Losi Mini 8T Frankenstein build, as I like to call it, because it's just a little bit of everything. On the outside, it's a Losi Mini 8T, but on the inside, definitely a lot different. So I'm going to go ahead and reach up, I have to get the body down. So this is the body, I got the Dakota Fend edition, pretty cool. Seen better days, if you can't tell. I don't know, it was a really nice body when I got it. I just started running it, started flipping it, started bashing it, and then I ran it into a car at full speed. It was about 40 miles per hour, and into an oncoming car, into the tire, and the body is done for. So it's a very brittle plastic that the Losi makes their Mini 8T bodies out of. I don't know if that goes for all their bodies, but Mini 8T ones definitely not very durable at all. So the next thing I want to talk about is the actual insides of the car. Again, on the outside, it's a complete Losi Mini 8T. It's a front wheel drive build, and so there's only a diff in the front. There's no diff in the back, no drive shafts in the back, just free spinning wheels in the back. And it was, again, because of that crash, I broke a diff case, and so the whole rear end is zip tied together with black zip ties, so it looks kind of clean, but at the end of the day, it's all zip ties back there. And I also have this GoPro mount that I zip tied around, just because I had to. It was added support, and that's where I get my onboard footage from. And now, this right here is the battery bay. If you haven't already seen, I run the Speed Pack Gold Series 2000 milliamp hour 2S pack, and it fits perfectly right in the back. And I just put a little strap around the whole chassis. And then moving right up, this is an SR-S4201 receiver from Spectrum, and I'm obviously running the Spectrum radio gear as well. And then I put this piece of the battery box, I guess I'd like to call it, battery retainment system, if you want to get technical, in the back just to hold down the battery. And then up here is my off-centered drive line, and that's because I couldn't put it centered because the servo, it would interfere with the servo, and that would not be good, because then it wouldn't fit. And so I had to put it slightly off-centered, but that's okay, and I really like that it works just great. And the drive shaft I'm using is a stock drive shaft that you normally find on one of the arms. I had CVDs all around, but since I don't have any drive shafts in the rear, there's no point in putting CVDs back there, and you can't really use them in the front because they're not like normal dog bones. And then I got two racing fans that I spliced, well, I more like soldered to make it spliced together, and put them into one JST, so they're connected power wise. And then up front I am using a stock servo. I have had I've already blown one of these servos, and it was, I don't know, I think my Truggy came with a faulty servo, so when I contacted Horizon, they sent me a new one. It was a Viterra servo, looked like it came out straight out of a Kimura or a Kalahari kind of thing, but those are discontinued. So I was thinking about putting that in just because I didn't know if it was going to be any different, but I figured that they would probably be exactly the same because, Spectrum, Viterra, same thing. They're Horizon Hobby brands. So I decided, okay, let's just keep it that way. And so I did the mod, as you saw in my last video, if you watched that, and it is basically just a mod where you extend the servo horn about double the length, and then you get double the steering treble, and that's an amazing mod. And as you can see, some of my screws are backing out on me right now. But anyway, so the next thing that I did was I redesigned the front steering, which I already kind of talked about with the servo. I stood up the servo like it's 8-scale style, if you will, and it comes over here and then into the belt cranks. It's almost like a slash 4x4 in that sense, except for the servo's up like this. And then I did have to do a a lot of gluing and drilling for the servo, and I went through about 4 renditions of the steering, and so I mean it all turned out great. And I mean the only problem I have is some of the nuts and bolts and items like that are backing out, so I need to tighten them up and maybe use some super glue or Loctite. Probably use Loctite. And then up to the front we have just the normal front end, and everything is, this piece right here is the front of the the upper chassis. I just cut it off right there, and then I put another screw down in through another piece that goes around the drive shaft, like stock. And then I'm using all the stock electronics just in case you didn't already see that. Nothing really too special. The stock motor is great for this application because 2 less wheels to power, and it works just fine, and my temps are pretty consistent, and everything's running really cool, and these fans really cool down these stock electronics so that I can run. I'm feeling comfortable. I'm feeling like maybe ordering a 3S pretty soon, so we'll have to see if that happens anytime soon. But 2S is a pretty good speed too. I think I'm getting around 35 now on this about a year old 2S pack that I've kind of abused pretty bad. So I'm thinking that it's doing a perfect job. It's kind of the power that it had when I originally got it is a lot more. I feel had a lot more punch. Let's see, it's a 30C, so I mean it feels like it's kind of going down, but it's it's a battery, so, and it's definitely outlived my expectancy for it. So yeah, and then my wheels and tires, I'm wanting the Proline Velocity rims on the trencher tires. I wanted to get something that would be truggy style, except for I also wanted to get something that would be off-road, and I'm a huge fan of the Proline trenchers. These are the Mini Revo and rear buggy tires, and so I just mounted them up to the Velocity rims. They fit perfectly, and there's a lot of wear in these trenchers, but they're pretty consistent tires all around. And so yeah, that pretty much wraps up my overview of this build. If you have any questions about this build or anything RC related to my channel, please feel free to comment in the box below, and then please be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching.